Hello folks, today we're going to be taking a look at how to edit videos on Mac. Now, I'm going to be using the example of a screen recording, which is what I usually do for my gaming channel. So here I have a recording that I want to edit. And what's the best way to do this? How would you do this? Now, so what we're going to do is open up iMovie, and once you first open up, it won't have all these. These are just videos I've edited. But anyways, so you go to Create New, you click on that and you click on Movie, and then it'll open up to here. And then you drag in the file that you want to the video footage that you want to edit. And if you have multiple videos that you want to compile into one, that's fine. You just drag them in right here. And now you have your video. And now it may look tiny, but that's okay. You just drag out this little bar. I like to go to halfway because then that gives me a good size to work with here. So this video I recorded, we'll say what I want it to be is a video that looks like a World War II video of a plane taking off and destroying some fighter planes and barely escaping. So you'll see that's what the footage is of. But there's a lot of work we need to do to make it look good. So it involves me failing to properly start multiple times and then taking off. And so we'll use this takeoff footage. That's great. And then the second part of the footage is of me actually in the dogfight shooting the planes. So first things first, we don't need this first part of the video because it's just me starting up the recording and getting into Simple Planes. And then I fail sometimes because I turned up my volume or turned down my volume, and that was going to be in the screen. So I restarted that a couple times. And then here's the actual start. So we want to start the video right about here. So bring your cursor to here where this line is. Click. So this highlights this thing. Then right click and hit split clip. What that does is it separates into two video clips. Then you select which one you want to get rid of and just hit the delete key, and that'll go away. And now you're left with the footage you want. All right, that's good. That's good. So now we have this, and it shows me taking off. Nice, nice. And then you may say, well, that's a bit of a harsh change in camera angles there. Okay, so you don't want that. So what you can do is you can split clip again, go to where it looks a little better to like maybe where I'm turning, and you can edit out that middle section where I switch views. And then when you replay that, you won't even, you'll obviously be able to skip ahead. So you say, well, that looks kind of funny as well. So what you can do to make it look more smooth is add a transition, like a fade to black. And then it'll show it fading in. And then we'll show it flying for a little while, and then we'll cut right there. All right, now this middle section, I'm switching to the game mode where it actually will give you fighter planes. So let's see, where do we want to start here? So select where you want to start, and I'll start at this rear gunner view here. And then we can delete this middle section and put another transition in there. We'll say another fade to black. Okay, looking good. And then here I start shooting. So do we want volume on this? If so, that's fine. Alright, so we're gonna cut the video right after that guy's falling down. So right here. And the rest of this after here, we don't need that footage. Alright, so now this portion here, we could turn the volume up for. to 400 by just lifting up this little piece. So then you might be able to hear the gunfire a little bit. Now, I'm not going to turn it up that high because I want it to be more subtle, so I'll just turn it to 200. Alright, and then at the end of the video, I'm going to put another fade to black, and I'm going to put a title that says okay. So that'll give you that. Then I'll extend this piece here to 4 seconds, so it plays a little longer than 3.5. So as you can see, it'll fade out and then go to the end screen that says thank you for watching. And another thing, so let's make this look a bit old. Right now it looks like a video game, it looks modern, it looks like someone recorded it from their computer, which is what it is. So if we want to make it a bit older looking, just highlight everything by doing that, dragging across all the things, and then go to this filter and go to clip filter. And then you have a bunch of different options: black and white, flipped, silent era, comic book, vintage, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of interesting things, different looks you can give it. And so we could try like a aged film. That'll definitely make it look older. It'll give it like the slight sepia look and give it some lines. But what if we want to make this look even older? So we're gonna go here and select this. Oh yes, now this looks World War II right here. Okay, so that's nice. And now what if we want some music in the background? Because to make it a bit more interesting, feel a bit more like a film, a proper film. So you can go to audio and video, and now this will link up directly to your iTunes account. So whatever music you have on your iTunes account, you can put on the video. Now, YouTube does copyright you if you put copyrighted music or music that's not your own. So I was not copyrighted for this classical music for some reason, which I'm not mad about that. But anyhow, so you can see we'll drag, so this video is 1 minute. Okay, so then add the music of your choice, just drag it right underneath this video clips, and you'll see it's obviously way too long, so just clip it at the end, the same way we do everything else, and delete the end section. And now you want it to fade out at the end probably. If not, then don't do anything with it, but if you do, it just sounds like it cuts off. So you can grab this little bit here and pull this back, and that'll fade out the music. Have a listen. Nice fade out. Okay, that's good. So now we have music for the whole thing. Now you don't want the music to be too overpowering, so I'm going to turn it down a little because this music tends to be quite powerful. So I'll turn it to 50%. Alright, now we seem to have a pretty good thing. It's also nice to put a little transition in the front as well, which gives you a bit more of a subtle coming in feel. There we go. Alright, I think we're done. So now we can do is we want to view it and check it and make sure everything's just the way we want it. So hit this full screen and then play it. Let's see how this is. Quite nice. Okay, so obviously you'd have some other video, but the same principles apply. And now another thing, a useful thing is, say you want to get like a replay slow-mo, which is what I do a lot of replay slow-mos because they're so cool. I love doing them. So say you want to get a replay slow-mo of when this guy blows up right there. So select right before when he does blow up, and then select after when you want the slow-mo to stop. Then highlight, get this area, copy it, Command C, then go right after it, and Command V, paste it back in. So now you have an identical copy. So now you go to this, which is your speed. You go to this, you go to custom, then you can type in here a percentage, which will slow it down. So I'm going to go 50%, which is half speed. And I'll also do a crop, zoom in. So we'll go like this, and put that right on where he is. Zoom in a little more even. So then what that'll do is that'll basically zoom in to right when he's getting destroyed. So let's see that. Nice. So that's how you do that. And then obviously how you do fast or time lapses is you just get the selected area you want and then go to here and increase the speed. So you go to like 300% or something rather than going down in percentage. So that's the basics of how you edit videos on a Mac computer. This is using iMovie. This is a MacBook Pro M1 Pro chip computer, just so you know, 2021. So if you have a different computer, different operating system, it'll still use iMovie. As long as it's an Apple device, it'll still use iMovie. So the principles the same apply, you just might have a slightly different version. And anyways, so now you want to export your video back onto your desktop. You go to this little icon, you hit export file, and then it'll ask you some specifications. Usually I leave these alone because they're set pretty well. And you hit next, and then you can name it. We'll just name this World War II battle. Alright, so now hit save, and it'll start to render the video. And you can see in this little pie chart thing how much progress it's making. Now right now I'm obviously recording as well to make this video, so my computer's going to run a little slower because I'm trying to render a video and record myself rendering the video at the same time, which is a little bit taxing, but this computer is pretty fast. It's a great computer for editing videos. Alright, so once it's done rendering, you can just save this project if you want it saved. And then you can close out of this. Okay, so now you'll have your file right here, and it'll be always an MP4 file. So it'll say whatever you named it and then .mp4. So, thank you for watching. I sure hope you learned something and that this was an educational video. If you already knew how to do all this, great. It isn't that hard, it's pretty simple, but I just thought I'd make this video for those who were curious on how I edited my videos and the best way to edit videos on Mac. Thank you for watching. I sure hope you enjoyed this video.